Switzerland.
I call Switzerland the financial heaven of the world.
This country is known for a lot of things, but better known to offer the best opportunities in the world for individuals looking to relocate and access the highest earning career and business prospects, just like our guest today, Sean Ilogo.
This economy really functions, and no other economy in the world is as stable as Switzerland. Swiss is just too good. It just made me rich.
Would you consider yourself to be one of the richest black person here in Switzerland, in Zurich?
As an immigrant coming to Zurich, Switzerland, I don't know any black who has a portfolio over 100 million Swiss franc plus. I don't know. I always dreamt to be rich because I've seen suffering, and I felt that it's possible.
I've got passion for promoting black excellence, and this is a story of one African man changing the narrative far away from his home country.
Started early as a kid. I was 6. I was selling puff-puff. I was rearing chicken. I was selling. My business, whatever, has been real for a long time. But the real effective years was really from 2010.
2010.
That's where my life really went boom.
What do you think is your net worth?
I think I'll be somewhere between 50 and 70
million francs
minimum.
I spent 24 hours with Sean as he narrates to me how he left Nigeria broke, moved to Switzerland, and now has a portfolio over 100 million Swiss francs and living the Swiss dream.
Going abroad can change your life in two ways. People need to find out where their calling is at.
Yeah.
It could be in Nigeria. It could be in London. It could be in Canada.
I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. We started off the day at his home office where he got to show me some of his antique collections and told me about his background, which I was very much interested in.
If you give me 1 million, I won't even sell this. This is 120 years old.
Is that real gold?
Yeah, it's real gold.
So this is also your office here?
So this is my home office. I'm doing whatever here.
Yeah.
Yes. My name is Sean Ilogo. I was born in Lagos State, Aguda. Coming from a poor background where you see all this stuff, how people live luxuriously, rich, and you know you can make it, but you know something is just stopping you from getting there. America was untouchable for us. London, no go. Canada, no go. Australia, no go. Germany, here I come.
Yeah.
Speak German. Ich spreche Deutsch. On July 4th.
You're never gonna forget.
Never gonna forget that Independence Day of America. July 4th, I landed Frankfurt. And now I moved to Switzerland 2013. I always knew Switzerland was the golden boy.
And what are those signals? Like how?
Because when you are in a place you research, you know it's very expensive. You can earn this amount there in IT. Like I was seeing all the ads as an IT guy, specialist, how much I could earn. I'm like, wow. But I was hearing that it was so racist.
You see, when Sean decided to leave Germany and move to Switzerland, he had already made a fortune from IT, but moving to Swiss further deepened his interest for real estate because of the opportunities he saw. We'll be heading out to check out some of his real estate properties around Zurich, Switzerland.
The properties we're about to see now, 3 properties, I wanted something prestigious. I had so many properties already, but I had to beg God for this prestigious one. So this is Küsnacht. Küsnacht is the Beverly Hills of Zurich. It's where the old money people are at. This is where you want to be.
So what makes it expensive? What makes it the Beverly Hills?
You have people like Tina Turner, who was living there before. All the rich CEOs, the owners and MDs of companies, they live there. All the celebrities live there. Every inch of soil, of ground in Küsnacht costs a lot of money.
And what are we looking at like for an average property here?
An average property will cost between that's a very, 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 very old house, 4 million Swiss francs, which is about 4.4 to 4.5 million dollars, to 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever. Do you know Tina Turner?
Yes, I do.
We are approaching the house now. She sold it though, okay?
This is where the house.
She's late. That's the house, the White House here.
Which one? This one here?
This white one here.
Wow.
You can see the gold crown.
Yeah.
See that gold crown.
Oh yeah, just right there at the top, right?
Here at the top.
How much do you
Yeah.
think this house is worth right now?
40 million-ish. That's the two houses there and the little bungalow on the side. Welcome to the Beverly Hills of Zurich. You can see the lake down there. And that's what actually people pay for. Yeah, people want to come out here to network. When I bought this property, I was just standing here. They were still doing some renovation here.
Yeah.
The guy just walked up to me and said, "Oh, are you the construction manager or something?" I said, "No, I'm not.
I'm the one.
I'm the owner." "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
So he was shocked. He was shocked. A lot of people see me too, and they're shocked. The garden starts from here. The garden goes all the way down here.
Yeah.
It needs to be cut. It goes all the way there to those second trees there and go all the way back.
Is it mandatory, like you must put a garden in your property here in Zurich?
Yes, because people want to live with green.
Yeah.
If you don't have any greenery, no one's going to rent it out for you.
All right.
Yes. Here we're on the mountain too, and it's the hillside.
Yeah.
And that's why we say Beverly Hills.
He bought this property for 8 million Swiss francs and got plans to put it out for monthly rental for 9,500 Swiss francs a month, making him almost 20,000 Swiss francs a month on rental income. This property has 2 floors with a basement down below. He added a laundry area, a sauna, a shower room, offering more amenities to enhance the comfort of his tenants.
If they're paying 9,500 Swiss francs,
Yeah.
you're giving them quality.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do anything, just come, wash, dry. You know, we have sauna here, we have extra bathroom we can use, we have this and all that. So you give them quality.
Oh, yeah.
The property is sitting on over 1,000 square meters, and inside the property, you get a fitted kitchen with appliances. It has 3 ensuite bedrooms, a living room, and a great view of Zurich Lake.
To the lake again from the south side.
This is what makes the property expensive, huh?
Expensive because you can be here at night to see all the lights lit up, right? And then you like dreaming you're in vacation, right?
How many streams of income have you been able to, amass for yourself?
In my case, I started in IT, and then from IT I went into real estate. From real estate, I get money from crypto.
So walk us through like your real estate portfolio.
Units is a lot. It's probably over 100, but if you count it just properties, about 29. But if you count units, they are over 100 and something. The rough estimate would be over 100 million Swiss francs.
100 million Swiss francs.
Over. My equity in it, over 44%, so over 44 million. In all fairness, I didn't even put up to 17 million, but that's what we say. Every 2 years, every 3 years, the properties just keep increasing. And because I buy it at 30%, 40%, 50% cheaper than the market value already, so I'm already gaining. So that's how I multiplied money.
Okay, let's say you're doing this in Nigeria where it's not so structured like this. Like,
do
you feel you're still going to have a 100 million plus Swiss francs valuation?
No, never. The interest rate now, for example, in Switzerland is 1.9%, and you have that 7% in most Western world. Swiss is just too good. It just made me rich. Where you are also affects the way you do your business.
It's going to affect how rich you
become.
So, Mr. Sean, let me ask you, like, what is there's an American dream. What do you think is the Swiss dream?
I call Switzerland the financial heaven of the world. And the Swiss dream is, if you know how to use debt and work with the banks and go into real estate, you would be rich in no time. And what people need to understand is you don't need to have money to get real estate.
What is really the advantage of doing business here, like, or even living here?
Okay, let's start with the standards of living.
Yeah.
Generally, even a cleaner that cleans the floor will earn an average of 4,000 to 5,000 Swiss francs. Even the person cleaning is very happy. And that is Switzerland. You don't have it in any other country. This is the financial heaven.
Yeah.
Every EU country wants to come in here. So
would you say it favors even foreigners as well?
It favors foreigners. But one thing a foreigner has to know is if the regular local has to give 100%, a foreigner has to give probably 200%, but you get the same result or even better.
Yeah.
Because you're tougher.
Yeah.
You're coming from a lower standard, very poor economy. You're used to suffering. Swiss people will probably they don't know suffering because we read the lantern, with no lights, mosquitoes,
But-
live with the rats,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. So they don't have that experience. With that in your portfolio of experience, if you take that here and come and work hard, you'll be paid big time.
What nature of business do you feel like works in this country?
I'll tell people, you need to watch what the institutional investors do. They do real estate. That's number one. They do gold and other commodities,
Yeah.
you know, and like oil and this and whatever, right? Minerals. They do stocks, and mostly S&P 500. Then I'm huge in crypto. Crypto is something for the future. So anybody coming in there should have crypto, should understand crypto. I wrote my master thesis on Bitcoin.
We were getting hungry and needed to eat, so to have lunch we found an African restaurant, a Nigerian one to be precise.
There's one nice place, it's called Queen Idia. We want to go there and have a nice
What
Nigerian meal.
Oh, Nigerian restaurant.
Nigerian restaurant.
How many-
all the best stuff.
How many Nigerian restaurants are they here?
That's the only one that you really know and we really have.
Only one Nigerian restaurant in the
that-
whole of Zurich.
Yes.
Yeah, but food generally, is it very expensive here? in Zurich?
Very expensive.
Owning a car generally in Switzerland, you pay a lot of money for parking space. See now, we're trying to squeeze this car into this small space so he fits in the line, the blue line actually, the blue line over there. Otherwise, he's gonna get tickets for it.
So because it's blue line, where is blue line? You can park for 1 hour.
So why was this person getting a ticket?
No, he's getting a ticket because he
He has been there
parked
for
more than 1 hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is the blue ticket you park. So now you have either 4 a.m. or 16 o'clock, which is 4 p.m. So you set it now, the time is 16:03. So you set it at 6,
Yeah.
at 4, and then we can now go for 1 hour.
Interesting.
So here you don't pay.
You don't
But
pay.
in the white place you pay.
You pay. Okay.
So that's the logo for India, and you're going to have a nice meal here.
So what's your favorite thing about this restaurant? Other than it is Nigerian.
Nigerian first. The meal tastes good.
Yeah.
To be honest, the ambience is good. It's a quality place where you come, you like it.
I mean, yeah, you get to meet fellow Nigerians that are probably
Yeah.
around. Yeah. You already have like a German nationality and everything, but how difficult is it for, let's say, an African person that has money that wants to come to Zurich to invest in real estate, or maybe for cash flow, capital gain, or whatever?
So it's you have different classes of residency.
Yeah.
You have L. L means you're a short-time worker. The L permit would not allow you buy properties in Switzerland because you're short time. The banks will not even work with you. B permit would means you're a resident, but you're not permanent. You go to the bank will say, oh, Mr. Ndukwu, you have a B permit, you're not permanent here, so the risk is high. Everything the bank does is they weigh everything against a risk factor. And that will determine what interest rate they will give you, and if at all they will give you that loan.
Yeah.
You will most definitely not get it. Or if you got it, at a very high interest rate.
Yeah.
Most banks will not even deal with you. Then you have the C permit. The C permit means you're now permanently a resident of Switzerland, and that's what you need. The banks will now work with you. They know, oh, you're not permanent here, you're not running away. You could technically still run away, but on their paper, on their books, it just means Mr. Ndukwu is permanent, the risk factor is very low for him to run away, and then the banks will work with you and give you the regular.
I heard you kept mentioning the banks, because the economy here, I feel, is dependent on financing. You're not running upfront cash economy right here,
No.
just like where we are from in Africa.
And you don't need to.
Yeah.
And I could only be so big because I work with banks. And that's why your credit rating is so important. I tell people, so important.
Yeah. So I have here, what is this? This is chicken, fried rice, plantain. But the plantain looks like it's a lot. I just need like 3 or something. You have
And here we have
okra soup.
Okra soup, we have edika ikon and amala.
Oh, you're a proper Niger guy.
Yes, so. Yes, sir.
And it was very interesting to hear the story of the Nigerian lady that operates this kitchen.
So setting up this business, was it easy or difficult?
It's difficult. Since I enter Switzerland, everywhere I stay, I have to go to different places to go and bring paper. Even where I rented before, I have to bring the paper. You know, it was not an easy journey, but God make it possible that after presenting everything, I was given the permit to operate. Me and my children, the work we are doing here, if we are in Nigeria, we cannot do it. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Don't think you are coming here to pick dollar in the street. I remember when I started this restaurant, it's every day for 7 days. I open every day for 7 days. In the morning, I do buffet, that is for lunch. Throughout the day, we are in this restaurant for more than 6 years before I stop. People all over that have asked me to move to Australia, America, they all come here. Even in London, somebody say, I want to stand for you, come to East London. I say, I'm wasting time here because we don't have many black here. I say, I know, we don't have so many black here, but the white people, they are patronizing me. If you look at this place now, the Nigeria here is not up to how many. They are all from different places that are here. I have Cameroon food, I have Ivory Coast food, I have Ghana food, I cook Congo Zaire, I cook their food to my menu.
The Swiss people, do they come here to eat?
Yes,
What?
Swiss people is the 80% of my customers.
For real?
Yes.
What food do they come here to get?
They eat everything.
Is it not too hot for them?
I don't cook with pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
A little ad break for the sponsors of today's video, Fire Pips Academy. Fire Pips is an academy focused on training people how to trade Forex. They cover all the most important topics on the Forex world, from basic to trading psychology. And with Jeff Benson as the lead trainer, be rest assured you're learning from the best.
Tell us a little bit about Fire Pips Academy.
Where we are the best Forex academy because we have people from over 160 countries currently learning from us right now. So what we do, I just train people to just become to do what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So we have online classes. That's what we are big on more. So we have people all over the world covered, and then we also have physical classes now, which we just recently launched. Our office address also here in Lekki, Kota Villa. On YouTube, I've trained over 20 million people.
20 million?
Yeah, on YouTube. So on our website, I've trained over, say, about 100,000 people.
Yeah.
If you've ever wanted to understand what Forex really is, then click the link in the description of this video to get started. Moving on with Sean, he took me to some of his 50-unit block of 2 to 4 bedroom apartment he bought for 45 million Swiss francs.
You see all those ones from the beginning there?
Yeah.
All the way to the end here. The company was going bust, couldn't pay their dues, so they were in pressure to sell it. That's why I was telling you about opportunities. When opportunities come, and you need to jump at it.
So you need to have some liquidity, for those kind of opportunities, no?
Yes, I could have probably even bought it for free. The bank says it's worth 56 million. The people probably know it's worth around that amount, but they wanted to sell it off immediately, so they wanted to sell for 50 million. But I struck it down to 45 million. Now, the bank is looking at, it's worth 56 million. 75% of 56 million is 42 million. So the bank brought 42 million. I would have had to bring 14 million. But because I was able to strike the price down to 45 million, I only had to bring 3 million. And I didn't bring any money cash. So what the bank did was go to my other properties and pulled out the other equity that was there, and they were able to pull out 3 million. Now we've gone to the first stage of the reservation and the second stage of the contract sale, which is irreversible. And you're the first person now to know this, because normally I always wait till
You have signed
the second. Because if you say that 3 steps, there's the reservation where you pay a deposit. The second one is the contract of sale signed. Once it's signed, it's irreversible. And the third one is what you call the Eigentumsübertragung. They will transfer the name, transfer of ownership from that company to my company, house function, right? And then the bank will now pay their own part. I've paid my own part. The bank will now have to pay their own part. But the bank will always do that once the ownership has been transferred to this. So we're on that now. In the next few weeks, it should be done.
Wow.
So it's so crazy. So
after
even all these tenants now don't know that after they've paid, the company will now come. They have what you call a Hausverwaltung. The manages for them is an agency that manages for them. They will now introduce me officially to them. Then I will now have a meeting with everybody.
To say like this is a new company.
It's new company now that is the owner, and then we'll have a meeting.
Yeah.
And after that, I can now issue them a new contract or take over the contract, the old contract that they have.
Are you going to increase the rent?
I'll keep that for myself.
So what's the average rent now for the, let's say, 3-4 bedrooms?
The average rent is for 3 bedrooms about 2,300 to 2,500. This is without utilities, right? Just the rent.
Just rent. This car that you're driving right now, how much is it right now? Like when you bought it, how much did you buy it for?
Because it's enhanced with Brabus and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
423,000.
What? Jesus! Okay,
Yes,
now we're
it
talking brand new.
Yes. Brand
20
new
Bravos.
Brabus enhanced.
Did you have to pay that like in cash or?
If you want to stay rich, you never pay anything. You buy yourself. I make other people pay. So if I do a deal where I made 1 million, I made 3 million. In this case, I made 3 million. Then if I buy from the 3 million, if I buy this car for 423,000, it means somebody else has paid it for me. So before I buy this car, I have to have a deal I've made money from that can pay for whatever. I don't pay for out of my pocket. Even the real estate I buy, not out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I bought a house here cheaper, 30%, 40% cheaper. I have equity in the house. I go to the bank. I say, bank, I have 2 million here. Can you give me loans, down payment for the next one?
Yeah.
So they give me from there because I already made the money there. It's not from my pocket. And because it's a loan, you don't pay taxes. That's the smartest move.
So what was your immigration status in Germany?
I came as a student.
How did you successfully transition from an employee to a business person?
The first thing I did was choose a high-earning career.
I mean, that was IT, right?
IT.
IT was paying you.
And then, yes. And then I had to choose a special niche in IT, which I did what you call the CCIE, Cisco Certified Internet Network Expert. So I was a network expert where you have a few thousand people in voice and collaboration. That made me go freelancing, and I was earning 150 an hour, which was 1,200 euros of Swiss francs a day. And at one point, I got, as a freelancer contractor, I got 2 companies. I was working at the same time for them. So I was earning 1,200 times 2 for 5 years.
That's
like 50, 60K, whatever. So that money got me started, and I started investing into real estate.
Right.
I went into real estate
Right away from
in
Germany.
2002 in Germany. I bought this small, tiny apartment for 6,000 euros, but it took 9 months or whatever, and I paid it up, and I had a small, tiny 10 square meter apartment. And that was the first one that, yes, as a student. In 2010, again, I was able to buy an apartment that somebody bought for 240,000. Let me tell you, that's a big leap. A lady bought an apartment for 240,000 euros in 1999. So he didn't get the permit to use it as an apartment. So he sold it to the lady, but wrote somewhere in the line that it wasn't an apartment. And the lady bought it without reading the contract. She couldn't move in. She fought the case. She lost the case, and she was owing, and she bankrupt. She filed for bankruptcy, and they took it away from her. It took 11 years, 2010, for them to auction that house. Everybody in the auction hall, over 20-something people, all stood up and left because they said, no, it's too much risk. I was the only one left. And the lady said, Mr. Ilogu, we're closing in 5 minutes. You want to
Place a bid?
Okay, you know what? I'll just bid. And I bought the house for 3,900. She bought it for 240,000 euros or Deutschmarks 11 years before, and I bought it for 3,900. I took it. I found an architect who said, okay, we have a plan here, what they submitted before, but what he's seeing here looks good. All we need to do is create another plan that's looking as is, and then we won't have to change anything, but we need to go to them to withdraw the first plan, and we submit the new one that looks exactly like how it was built already, and then we should actually get the permit.
To make
I'm
it
like,
a house.
but this is too easy.
Yeah.
They said, well, that's what he sees. I said, really? And we tried that worked out. It cost only 6,000. Boom. 3,900, 6,000. I got my apartment, permit an apartment. So I could rent it out. And then the 33,000 she was owing for utility bills and everything. I went to my lawyer. Lawyer said, Mr. Ilogu, are you Mrs. whatever, Mueller or whatever the name was? I can't remember. I said, no. She said, end of story.
That's the end of the debt.
She owes them, not me. So from today on, yes, I'll pay. But whatever she owed 11 years ago, all the 11 years is not my business. And the people in the community, because it was a block of flats, I owned only just one apartment, and they owned the rest. They were fighting. They were all fighting a case against me that I have to pay it. And then 2 weeks before the date of the court, they withdrew their case because they knew they lost. So that's how I got this.
Making this video made me realize doing business as a black man in a country like Switzerland comes with a lot of challenges. He shared a few of them with me.
You're a business person and a black person, so how are you treated knowing that you are not a native person here? Like when you're trying to transact business, do you feel any racism or something like that?
There's racism everywhere. So everywhere I go, the rooms I go into, the meetings I go into, I'm the only black. Beverly Hills of Zurich, Kusnacht.
Yeah.
I'm the only black, and people are shocked but it's nice too, because people are not expecting it. They're like, who's this guy? You know.
What are you doing in this neighborhood?
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll tell you something. Since I started driving this car or the Lamborghini or whatever, when the police see me, they respect me. They just let me drive because they don't know if I'm a star. Yes, of course I'm a star. I love this challenge when I go and walk into the room and somebody underestimates me.
And then you prove them wrong.
And then I prove them wrong. I tell people, your color does not make you inferior. It's your brain.
Yeah.
What I think of, where I sit, when we sit down in rooms to solve problems, once they're talking about problems, I'm already seeing the solution.
Yeah. Your skin has nothing to do with that.
My skin has nothing. I see a solution. It's about who you're made of, the stuff you're made up of, right? Back in the day, you're walking on the street here, an old lady's coming, or German, she's coming, she sees a black man, she crosses the street. You sit on the tram in front of an old lady, she stands up and get up and move to the other side. And one day I was like pissed. I was like, no, you won't do that to me. So I sat down, the old lady got up and went straight to the door. I stood up, I stood close to her. She moved to another corner, I moved to another corner. The next stop, she got down, I got down. She said, oh, young man, why are you following me? I'm like, I'm not following you. I'm free. Why are you running away? Some of them might think, oh, you rub off that skin, oh, that color is going to come off. You know, you don't know. Every time you walk in the streets, the police will just stop you and check you. Ausweis bitte. It means your ID, please. And they'll come only to you. You're in the train. Lots of people in the train, they walk all the way down just to you. I remember one time where I was stopped at Munich train station in Germany, and I didn't have an ID. I was already a German citizen, right? I didn't have my ID. I had a bank card, and they checked it, and they said, no, they have to take me into their office in the station. So 6 guys, only black guy, no chance. So they said that they had to undress me and search
for drugs,
my a-hole, to see if I had drugs hidden there. I'm like, no. I said, you won't do it. They said, no, they have to do it. They wore gloves, nylon gloves, right? And we're ready to go action. I said, it's either I die or one of you is going to die. But your finger's not getting into my ass. I'm German. And these guys have checked all I didn't have my ID, but they checked, I had my bank card, they said whatever. I spoke German to them. They've also cross-checked my data in the data bank to know it's me. You have personal questions you ask and everything, this, that. They know it's me. But they think I'm into drugs. But you have all my history records. I've been here for how many years? I have nothing to do with drugs. So why are you trying to search me?
Meeting Sean and hearing him narrate his story from back when he was living in Lagos, Nigeria, to Germany, then relocating to Switzerland to build wealth that he would not have been able to accumulate in Nigeria, is a living proof that your location might be a factor preventing you from reaching your goals.
If you're ready to work, if you prepare before you come, that's what most people don't do. And you're not looking to get rich quick, whatever scheme, you want to work and take your time and get the best, get experience, go to school there in that country and everything, you can build yourself wealth. Now, if you want to crown all these efforts and make it solid and make it generational, you must and you have to get into real estate and work with the banks.
Hope you learned from him and enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.